Alright, so we made it to a campground here in Bowman, North Dakota. It's south of where we were. We still don't know what our plan is 100%. We just needed to make it to some place that we could plug into and had good cell service so we could figure it out. We're still trying to find out if there's a shop that can look at our generator, if we even need that. I'm going to look in and try and troubleshoot it myself. And we'll try and figure it out. Try not to get too stressed about it. We have good cell service now, so we're just gonna see what we can do while we're here. We're plugged up now. We have AC, we have our fridge, so we're okay. This place is not full hookups. It's not even water. They just have electric, but that's all we need, at least at this point. So yeah, we're just gonna try and figure it out. So, with the help of some cell service and some internet, I was able to get a hold of a Cummins customer service line, technical support, and they were able to get me to run a fault code on there and look it up for me. Now that fault code is code 19 on an Onan generator. Has usually something to do with the actuator that controls the governor on the generator. Anyways, even if you don't understand that part of it, it won't start with the governor not working. Now, it could be a lot of things. It could be the actuator, could be the governor, and it could also flash that fault code for limited fuel, which, you know, so it could be a clogged fuel injector. But the big but is it might just be a loose connection, a loose wire. It's supposed to be underneath a panel here. So I'm going to take the panel off and look and cross my fingers that that's all the problem is. My luck usually isn't that good, so I'm guessing that's not the problem, but I'm going to take a look and really hope that that's what happened. So I'm thinking it's this panel right here because that's where the wires go in. It said it's at the front or top of the generator, which that is. There is another panel back here, and then you can also take this entire top panel off. Hoping it's not the entire top panel. I'm going to start with the easy one. Looks like it's just 2 bolts, and should be able to take a look. So it started and ran. I'll show you what I did. Not sure if it's fixed yet. I don't fully trust it. But... So I took the panel off, and I just shook these wires around and then tried to start it. And I think that could be the problem. Now, the wires do tighten down by some flathead screws in there. So I am going to get a screwdriver out and just tighten them down. And of course, I'm going to turn the generator off first so I don't electrocute myself. But it is running and idling. Okay, so I took my screwdriver and I tightened down all those screws right there. There were a couple that turned a bit. I didn't want to torque it too hard because they are flatheads, but I'm going to put that panel back on. I'm going to restart it again and let it idle for a minute. We are plugged up, so I can't tell you if it's generating power, but it sounds like it should work just fine. What I'm going to do is we're going to find another campsite to go to, and I'm going to run the generator as we drive there, and I'm going to see how it does until I fully trust it to boondock overnight, because I do not want to have to look for a campground in the middle of the night. That's just not possible, and yeah, we need air conditioning, at least during the day we do right now. So yeah, I'm going to put this all back together and fire it up one more time. Oh, I don't know if I like that. I can't get it to flash that fault code anymore. It did idle down right there, but it could just be because we're plugged up and some weird power surge with it telling it that it doesn't need the electricity or something. Yeah. Oh, it just broke up a little bit right there. Huh. The light is not flashing. That's the light that flashes the code. I don't know yet. I'm gonna let it idle here for a few more minutes, and then I'll shut it down and we'll try and find another campsite to go to, because this one, the flies and the bees are really, really bad, and they're biting flies, and yeah, it's also not full hookup, so I need to dump my tanks at least by tomorrow. So yeah, we'll see how this goes. So I let it idle for several minutes and it sounded good after that. A little hiccup there, it sounded fine. It might have just been a bit flooded, I don't know. But I think we're just gonna go with that plan. We're gonna try and find another campground and run it on the way down there and see if it runs for several hours powering the AC. We'll see. Maybe we got lucky, maybe we didn't. Our luck's usually not that good, so yeah, we'll figure it out. So it's the next morning here, and we need to go dump our tanks, and I think we're gonna have to stay another night. Sturgis is really messed up a lot of things as far as our plans go, and if there are available campsites, they're just crazy overpriced. Like campgrounds that are normally around $40 a night are in the $70s to $80 a night. I mean, pretty much double their price until after Sturgis is over, and we're just having a lot of trouble finding campgrounds at all anywhere. Around Devil's Tower we found a campground. It's not full hookups, which is fun. It's electric and water only, but I think we're gonna go ahead and go over there tomorrow. So we're gonna stay here another night. This campground isn't that great. We really need to get groceries, and there isn't a Walmart nearby, so we're gonna have to try and find some kind of local grocery store and hopefully not spend too much money there. But yeah, our options are really limited. We got 4 days left until Sturgis is done, so we just need to kill time until that, and then we can finally see Mount Rushmore. And I really didn't want to skip it, and it sucked that we had to wait this long. It was great that we got to go to Theodore Roosevelt National Park. That detour was actually awesome. We loved it out there. It was a great time. So yep, one more night here. All right, we are driving over to another campground, less than a mile away actually, because it has full hookups. I don't know how we didn't find this campground, but we went out to go grocery shopping yesterday and ran across it. So we're going over there for 3 nights. There's nothing to do around here. It's just a place to kind of wait out Sturgis. So we have 3 nights at this next campground with full hookups, so we can do laundry and clean up the RV a little bit, and then we'll move on to towards Rapid City and Mount Rushmore. So I hope it was worth the wait. The other campground was great, don't get me wrong. They just couldn't offer any kind of full hookup, and we have tons of laundry to do, and you know, lots of cleaning to do to get things straightened back up, because it's got a little messy in here. So yeah, it was a good place. The flies were a little bad, the bees were kind of bad, but otherwise it was a nice place, and they were very friendly people, and they did everything they could to help us. So thanks to them. But we needed to come to a place with full hookups, which is literally right around the corner. Okay, the day has finally come that we can move on towards Mount Rushmore. Really excited to get out of here, honestly. It's been rainy and gloomy the last couple days, and we've just been cooped up in the RV, so it'll be nice to hit the road and actually do something today. We were able to get some stuff accomplished. We did some cleaning, and I did some pretty basic maintenance stuff, checking fluid levels and stuff like that. So today will also be the first day that we get to test the generator for an extended period of time. It's about a 3-hour drive down to our campground, and I'm gonna let it run the whole time, and hopefully, fingers crossed, that it'll be okay. We've also had more issues with our windshield. Of course, it seems to be a never-ending story. It looks like all of my attempts to fix it on the cheap have failed. It's popping out pretty bad on both sides again. There's a good windshield shop down in Rapid City, close to Mount Rushmore, and I'm going to call them this morning and hopefully see if they can get us in to see them and fix it properly once and for all. Yeah, hitting the road today, and hopefully the generator works great, and hopefully everything else works out as well.
So we made it to the campground here in South Dakota, and I'm pretty upset about it because I called and made this reservation, and we were so relieved to have a reservation down here, and we made it because it looked like a nice campground. So it had a little playground and it looked really nice, and I get here to check in and she said, well, we have you reserved next door. So you have to check in at the gas station, and they have a campground behind the gas station, and then behind this campground is the campground we were supposed to be staying at. Apparently the campground over there is electric and water only, and I asked for full hookup, so hi, thank you, honey. So I guess that's why they put us over here. You know, I wish she would have told me that, though. She didn't tell me we were coming to this campground. She said you're gonna be at the nice one. So now we're pretty much in a parking lot behind the gas station. So I'm pretty aggravated. We picked that one because, like I said, it looked nice. It looked like an actual normal campground, and it had a little playground. Padme could get out and play. And now we're stuck in a parking lot again, and she's gonna drive me insane. So we're probably just gonna end up walking over there and taking advantage of their playground anyway, even though we're not technically over there. So instead of having these nice, you know, shaded spots, we're stuck over in a parking lot here, and I'm pretty angry about it. Now we gotta try to get out of here, and apparently we're not making this turn. Alright, I gotta get off and help him here. So now instead of that nice looking campground, we're stuck over here in just the back lot of the gas station. So I'm pretty disappointed and angry about that. I was not told. You know, at least we get this lovely view. You know, that's nice.
Can you say south? South?
Huh?
Dakota.
Tita.
South Dakota.
Right there.
Right there, that's where it goes.
Nose. My nose.
Yeah. Right there, South Dakota.
Tita.
Yeah.
Tita.
Yeah. All right.
Tita.
So we're here at the campsite we didn't want, but you know, it'll work. The silver lining is it's easy to get in and out of. Tomorrow we have to wake up super early. Went to the windshield place today. They just glanced at it and then sent us on our way, but they want to start working on it tomorrow at 8 a.m. and they should have it done by the middle of the day, which is great. So we have to wake up like at 6 a.m. and get ready and drive out there and be there by 8. It's only about 30 minutes away, and we're just going to go shopping and whatnot while it's getting done, and then come back to the RV later, hopefully with a fixed windshield. We are running a risk that the windshield will crack, and we're crossing our fingers that that does not happen. They explained that they also can't guarantee that it won't pop out again. But they're going to try their best, and I'm pretty sure they can do a better job than I can because they can actually remove the window. So here's to going to bed early and waking up early. So we're here at Stretch's Auto Glass and Custom Parts outside of Deadwood early this morning, and hopefully they're going to get our windshield fixed. We do have to run to Rapid City today to do some shopping. I'm going to pick up some parts for the generator. Man, Dakota has not been kind to us between the generator problems and that. I don't think I talked about the generator. So the generator ran the entire way here, but we weren't running the AC because it wasn't hot enough. We were just running the fridge and it ran fine. And then we turned on the AC when we got here for about 5 minutes and it shut off. I restarted it, it started again. And it ran for another 30 minutes pretty much with no problem with the AC running, and then as we were going into the campground it shut off again. So I need to figure out what's going on, and there is an Onan service center over in Rapid City that I'm going to go to and talk to some techs. If I can't figure it out, they can work on it. So yeah, hopefully everything goes well with our windshield and our window doesn't crack or break, because that is a very good possibility. So we are crossing our fingers, and these guys are going to do the best they can. They've been real nice to us. So they've been the only ones that have been willing to help us in this short time period. So here we go. Wish us luck. Okay, so the windshield looks great. They did their best. They did some rebuilding in that top corner where it was broken, and for now it seems back together. It even rained last night, and we had no water coming in. So yeah, hopefully that fixed the problem. It wasn't cheap. It was about $550, but versus a new windshield, which would have been $1,200 to $1,400 per side. There's 2 sides on this windshield, and that's just for the glass, not the labor as well. So we're really glad that it's fixed. We're really happy that it's fixed. It wasn't cheap, but you know, these things happen, and it's better. So today I've woken up early and I'm tinkering with our generator. So there's a top panel on it, and I've removed all the bolts from the top panel so I can open it up and take a heads down look at the generator to find out why our glow plugs aren't working. That problem's been happening for a while. And then I also got a fuel filter to change out on the bottom to see if that is our issue with it shutting off. I don't know, I'm just trying the easiest things first, so we'll see. All right, top panel is off the generator and I can see a lot more. So I'm just gonna start troubleshooting and diagnosing and seeing what I come up with. So it's been several hours. I haven't made any headway with the generator. I got it to flash a fault code that pertained to the glow plugs, which I knew I had that problem, and I was trying to trace down that problem using the service manual, and I've just ran into a few dead ends with it, trying to figure it out. I need to take my time because I'm not a diesel mechanic, so more research is needed. I've had to pause my work for today. I'll continue tomorrow morning because we are finally getting ready to go down and see Mount Rushmore today. So yeah, it's what we waited for all this time, to go down to that area, and I'm not going to waste any more time on the generator today, and I'll just continue that tomorrow after I do more research. I didn't envision a parking garage here, but then again, it makes sense. A lot of people come here. Well, our luck, the Grand View Terrace is under construction. So this is the only view we get. Padme was also able to get her Junior Ranger badge here at Mount Rushmore. It wasn't near as complicated. It was just a small booklet with a couple little puzzles that we had to help her with. But we're gonna see if she can get a little collection of these things as we visit national parks, because it looks like it's something they do at, I don't know all of them, but I would assume many of them. All right, we're leaving the monument. We're gonna go grab a bite to eat, and then we're gonna go see if we can find the Crazy Horse Monument.
So we are back from Mount Rushmore, and Padme got her Junior Ranger badge there as well. It's worth mentioning, it is just this little booklet. It's just that page, the back, that's it. That's all that you have to do for that, which is, you know, there's not much to see there, so that's why it's just a little booklet, you know, so that's cool. But she really did enjoy her other one from Theodore Roosevelt. It was a really thick book, you could color in it and everything. She really enjoyed that one. But she was happy to get her little badge. Worth mentioning though, when we went to fill this out, I did not have a pin. and I asked to borrow one, and the rangers told me no, that I had to purchase one for 52 cents. And you have to spend $5 to use your credit card, and we had no cash on us, so we ended up having to go all the way back to the car and get a pin. So if you take your child, bring a pin or bring cash, unless you plan on spending $5, which we had already done in the gift shop, so we weren't going to do it again. Also, I think Rob already mentioned it, but parking is $10, and that's whether you have the National Park Pass or not. So you're going to pay $10 no matter what. It was pretty neat to see, though. Unfortunately, part of it was closed down.
Alright, it's the next day. Yesterday we didn't get a chance to make it down towards Crazy Horse. We had to do some grocery shopping, and it was further away than we thought it was. We're probably going to be down near it today. I don't think we're going to stop and see it, but maybe we'll see it from the road, because we didn't also realize that you have to pay to see it, and it's not even finished. It's just his face, and they show you a model of what it's going to look like, but it's not done yet. So we may or may not see it by the road. We'll see. This morning I woke up and tried to do more work on the generator, and it started pouring rain on me, so I didn't get anything done. I got like 2 bolts loosened. So I'm either going to finish this evening when we get back, or tomorrow morning. I will have to finish it regardless, but I wasn't about to do it in a rainstorm. So today we are headed towards Badlands National Park, which is a little further than Mount Rushmore. It's going to be a pretty good drive out there, but it should be pretty good to see. And we'll probably go to Waldrug as well, because everybody told us that we have to go see it, so we're going to go see it, and maybe we'll spot Crazy Horse on the way. Burgers.
Buffalo burgers. Waldrug. Bison burgers. I don't know. Let's see what this one says.
Badland Maps.
Oh, that's a different. Oh, no, it says Waldrug still.
Waldrug.
Maps. Waldrug.
Frosted Mug Beer. Waldrug. Dig it. Waldrug. Waldrug or bust. Waldrug coffee, 5 cents. South Dakota, Mississippi. Refreshing free ice water. Waldrug. Here's something else. Chuck Wagon Quartet.
Oh, Waldrug. What does this one say? Oh. Oh.
Shooting gallery.
Oh, okay. Waldrug.
It's cool. Waldrug. Mining company at Waldrug. American icon. It's a Waldrug.
At this point, I just know every sign is going to say Waldrug.
Coming soon. Homemade pie.
Man, it's a good thing there's a sign for Waldrug. We might have missed it. Rockhound Supplies. Waldrug. I think that's not a Waldrug sign.
Whoa.
Oh, but it's okay, because there's another one in case we forgot.
Fast food.
Fast food. Waldrug. Oh, and there's another one.
Homemade ice cream. Yeah, Waldrug.
But you cannot forget that Waldrug is there. Let's see. Oh, yeah, there's another one.
Something to grow about Waldrug.
Oh, there's another little one out there.
One attraction.
if we miss it, there'll be a sign telling us we missed it.
Wall drug. And wall drug backyard. It's waiting.
Aw, I just filmed that bug hitting the windshield. Gross.
Nice.
It focused on it too. Oh gosh. Now everyone watching has bad luck because I didn't exit out.
Wall drug.
Boots and wall drug and bug guts now that are just stuck there.
Shooting gallery.
Shooting gallery. Wall drug. And
Maybe you should just face it.
coffee at wall drug. So those are just some of the signs. I didn't even record the first like 20 signs. And we're still 20 minutes away. But since I now have a large thing of bug guts, I've seen enough wall drug signs. I don't think so.
I've seen
Hey, we made it to the exit. Open 7 to 9. But it's okay, because if you miss this exit, you can also take the next exit, and it was clear to let us know that.
Which way now for wall drug? So I guess left.
Well, see, look, we don't know where it is now. There's no sign telling us which way to go.
Oh, dang
It told us which exit. It doesn't tell us which way to go. But I'm assuming we go towards the city of Wall.
Keep left. And free downtown.
Free Main Street parking and free downtown parking lots. Alright, we go this way.
Mama's gonna put 50 cents in. We're gonna see the monkey play. Whoa.
There's a man in the funny papers we all know. He lives way back a long time ago. He don't eat nothing but a bear cat stew. Well, this cat's name is Alley-Oo.
Hi. Alright, Wall Drug was cool. We're here stopping at Dairy Queen for some lunch, and then we're going over to the Badlands National Park.
notice when you're out here in the Badlands in South Dakota, you can video all this and take as many pictures as you want, but it's just so much better in person, which is something I've never really believed in until I came here. Actually, Theodore Roosevelt, I realized that you see pictures online and people are like, oh, you have to see in person, it's so much better. And I'm always like, I look at the pictures, I go there, and yeah, it looked like it did online. I mean, I don't, you know, but since we've been to Theodore Roosevelt and now here to the Badlands in South Dakota, like, it's definitely true. I mean, you just cannot capture these. They look smaller in video. You just can't get the detail, you know. It's something you really need to come and see in person. I mean, it's just gorgeous. So I'm really glad we came here today.
Have me working on another junior ranger badge.
You want green? Oh, you're gonna color him pink too?
Pink too.
Oh, you're gonna color them all pink. Okay, thank you.
Okay, Mommy.
What's that? Alligator? Alligator. Alligator. Yeah. Wow. Look. Whoa.
Wow.
Alligator. Alligator mouth. Yeah. That's his teeth. Teeth. What is that? What is that?
Deer.
A deer? I don't think it's a deer. I think it's a fox.
Flat.
There's a turtle.
Turtle. Turtle? Whoa. All right. Wow. Whoa. His eye. Look. It's a horsey with 3 toes. Yeah. Isn't that silly? Mm-hmm.
2 feet. 2 feet. 2 feet. Let's see. Easy. Feet. Crack. Crack.
Oh, there he is. Oh, and there's the sheep.
Oh look, prairie dogs. You saw some of those. Look down here. Look at that. See them? And look, there's an owl.
Ow.
Wow.
Ow.
Whoa, you're not heavy enough.
I'm heavy.
Yeah, you're gonna have to sit on Mama's lap. Oh, a bee?
Bee.
Oh,
Bee. Bee.
Yeah, one on your shirt. That makes 3.